Welcome back to episode 2 of the $6,000 luxury apartment. Today we're going to be speaking about approach anxiety, and I'm going to tell you 3 stories right now of how you can, 3 stories that literally happened to me within today and yesterday. So this is recent stuff, this is not grade 9 me when I was a fucking abnormal human being, okay? So, first of all, yesterday I was going to the gym with my friend and we lifted and we destroyed our what was it? It was a push day, right? For me. I slaughtered my chest. My chest did not see the light of day. I completely bombarded it. Okay, we finished the chest day, we finished whatever, great workout. And I'll give you a secret tip at the end of the video, by the way. This is why I was able to, or one of the reasons I was so easily able to approach these women and the, the social settings there. So first of all, we're walking back home from the gym into my luxury apartment, the $6,000 one, and we see this like group of people, right? And they're sitting inside like this because the apartment is like a complex, right? And we're walking through the complex, and we see like 7, not even 7. We see a lot of guys. We see like about 10 guys, and they're all just sitting and they were drinking. The room smelled like an abomination. The room smelled like pig piss. You know why? It was, the alcohol. Each and every single one of these guys had a bottle of Hennessy. And it wasn't a small bottle. Apparently it was a fucking large bottle according to my friend. The whole thing. And each of the bottle was like it was almost done, right? And the room just smelled like absolute piss. Okay? So we're just walking through. And then ahead of us, me and my friend, we're 2 guys, we see 2 girls ahead of us. And one of them is like in this red dress, like it's a very, very slutty dress, right? And the other one was in a black dress, same thing. And then another guy was passing us, and we stopped him. And we looked this guy in the eye and we asked him, what the hell is going on, bro? And then he just turned around and pointed at the girl in the red dress, and she said, it's her birthday. Now, normally, I'd just be like, oh, okay. Go upstairs, go back to my home. But because of a secret reason that I will tell you at the end of the video, I was in a very like poppy mood, right? I was super social. I was speaking to everyone, bro. I was talking to the donkeys down the road. I was talking to the pets. I was talking to the ants. I was talking with my toes. I was talking with everything. And normally, like I said, I wouldn't speak to anyone. But me being in that great mood because of, again, the secret I'll tell you, I literally just screamed down across the hallway, "Happy birthday!" And the girl like turned around and she screamed back, "Thank you!" And me and my friend just continued walking, and we were both going to the elevator. And then from across the hallway we hear the girl scream again, "Are you coming into the elevator?" And we just said yeah. So we enter the elevator, and then we have like a little like they start speaking to us first because technically we started the interaction. And they just said, what are you guys doing? Come with us. They just basically were inviting us to come drink, and I don't drink anymore, so I declined. But you and I both know it's kind of a slutty environment. It's a bit of a you understand what I mean. So if I did hypothetically go and drink where it's a slutty party and the girl's dress is like 1 centimeter up from you can kind of guess how the night would end, right? It would not even like this, bro. It would just end like this. So that was the first situation. The second situation was today. I was at the gym and I saw this girl walk in. She was pretty cute, very tall as well. And she walked in. Basically, I just went up to her, spoke to her, and I'll tell you this: the pain of regret is far worse than the pain of rejection. I spoke to the girl. We had a nice conversation. I asked her what she's doing tomorrow and if she would like to hit a workout. She said, maybe later, I have work, blah, blah, blah. Of course, I'm going to be a respectful individual and not be a sore bitch loser and just say, okay, that's fine, you have a good workout. I didn't even ask for a number. I didn't ask for anything. I just asked, what are you doing tomorrow? Do you want to hit a workout together? Keep it simple, okay? I'll explain the method in a second. And the third situation was literally when I was coming back from that gym session today and I saw a bunch of people eating and they're all like having an insane meal, and I was just walking by them. There were about like 5 girls and 5 guys, and I was just looking at the table they're sitting at, and I just said, like out, like I screamed out to them. The food smells amazing. What is that? And then they're like, oh, it's Persian food, it's Iranian food. You want to come take a look? Come have some, come have some. Now I'm the carnivore diet, right? And sometimes your social success gets too good that you start suffering from it. You start suffering from success. So they were like, no, 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 come. And I just kept on like saying, no, it's fine. But I also didn't want to be a dickhead. They were all inviting me and there were like two pretty girls there. So I went and I had some rice and some chicken. You know, I think it was like the rice wasn't seed oily, but like, I'm not gonna be fucking schizophrenic when it's just like a social environment. Normally I'm pure carnivore, but I go eat to them. It's a nice conversation, it's a nice chat. And then I realized that the two pretty girls are married, but either way, like the whole vibe was amazing and it was such a nice social environment. And then I say thank you and everything. I literally just got a free meal because of my charm and my charisma and that I could speak to them. And you can do this as well. It is so simple. I went back home, cooked myself a steak and I ate it. Now, let's talk about the reason I was able to do these things. Three reasons. Well, there's three things I'm going to tell you right now. The first thing is you have to reframe your pathetic mind. Your pathetic weak mind into thinking, oh, if she rejects me, it's over. If a rejection is an issue, then I don't want to do it. You must reframe your mind, and you must reframe your mind by implanting this message into it. And this message is... Fuck, what was the message? I'm gonna need to cut that out of the video because this is retarded. Yeah, that one, but I'm trying to like word it. And this message is the pain of regret is far worse than the pain of rejection. Regret. Bro, regret is far worse than rejection. If there's a pretty girl you see at the gym and you are too much of a bitch to speak to her, man, that does something to you, man. That does something to your man. Like, it's just, if you speak to her and she says, no, I have a boyfriend, or no, I'm busy, or no, something, you will feel so much better than if you don't speak to her. This is a paradox, right? You think the rejection itself is what makes you feel like shit. It's not. It's the regret that makes you feel like shit. It's not the rejection, it's the regret. Trust me on this. It's the fact that you feel like a bitch. Oh, I'm too scared. I don't want to do this. That's what makes you feel like a bitch, not the rejection. Because when I spoke to her and like I told her, you know, we had a nice chat, and she said, "Oh, I'm busy with work, whatever." This girl, like, she's like highly corporate, sophisticated, whatever. So she had work, and she said, "I'm busy." If a girl really wants you, she'll make time. Basically, like, it's easy to tell. She wasn't interested, which is fine. I left that interaction feeling fucking amazing, because that's what you should be doing. Not, oh, I'm too scared, bro. Rejection is over. So that's the first thing. You must reframe your mind into believing the pain of regret is far worse than the pain of rejection. And not just reframe it, you must believe it. You must consume this statement and allow it to become part of your neurons, bro. Enough, the pain of regret. Put this shit up on your wall. I don't care where you put it. Put it somewhere. The pain of regret is far worse than the pain of rejection. Second thing is, the reason a lot of this was so easy was because I was already in a nice social mood. What this means and how you get into a nice social mood, bro, bring your friend with you. Be around people. Like, it's kind of like warming up. When you go to the gym, you start warming up on bench press, you know? And then you go to like the big set. You don't just walk in, do your heaviest set and fucking leave. You go into the gym and then, you know, you warm up and then you get like the biggest set. The biggest set in this case is speaking to a pretty woman. You don't just enter, you wake up, you go to the gym, and you see a pretty woman. You don't just speak to her immediately. Bro, go speak to your friends, go speak to some dudes if it's easier for you. Go speak to like just random people. That's your warm-up. Then you get ready for the big bench press. That's the second thing. You must lubricate your social interactions. Speak with someone else, make it easier, a warm-up. I'll call this a social warm-up, not fucking immediate bench press. You'll injure yourself. And the injury in this case is stuttering. It's not knowing what to say next. It's fucking thinking, that's your injury. If you go if your bench press PR is 225 and you go like immediately try and bench press 220 pounds, chances are it's not going to be a nice bench press, is it? So you must adapt this warming up mentality. What's the third thing? What was the third thing? It was warming up. What was the first thing I said?
Pain of regret for.
Yes. And then what
And
the
then
fuck was
warming
it?
up. And then the final set, Habibi.
No, there was 3 things I forgot. This is why I like bullet point script. And the third thing is to understand your mission is not to get the girl's number or to get her Instagram or to sleep with her or whatever it is. Your mission is to just speak to the girl. Your mission is to just speak to the girl, because salesmen know this, right? Your conversion rate in sales is never ever going to be 100%. Not even the biggest, best trillion-dollar company has a conversion rate of 100%. You must go and speak to, bro. Your conversion rate, if it's like dog shit, with speaking to women is like 10%, bro. Unless you literally look like a goblin, which if you watch this channel, you probably won't. Have the mindset of the success is just speaking to the woman. Literally just speaking to her, going up to her. That's the success. That's mission complete. Not fucking sleeping with her. Yes, I know you want that down the line. That's the final goal, whatever. But the successful part is just speaking to her. Because if you speak to 10 women and 9 of them reject you, but 1 doesn't, go speak to another 100. Now you have 10, right? This is just the name of the game, bro. It's a numbers game. This is Red Pill 101. It is a numbers game. And yes, I'm kind of disconnected from the Red Pill. I'm not really super like Red Pill anymore. But it is a numbers game. You must understand this philosophy. It is completely a numbers game. Speak to as many women as possible and you will have the maximal amount, right? And it's not, I know it's not about amount, whatever, but you have to start somewhere. Okay, that's what I'm saying. If you don't speak to anyone, how are you gonna get leads? If you literally speak to no women, how are you gonna get like leads? I'm trying to connect the analogy to sales. You don't speak to women, there are no leads. How are you gonna sell your product, which is yourself? If you speak to many women and you speak to many leads, there's a chance you'll make a sale. And this is the sale, bro, right? So adopt these 3 analogies and your approach anxiety will probably like go to 0. Okay? Number 1, already be socially lubricated. Just be fucking flowy and chill and like you don't even care. Number 2, understand that the pain of rejection is the pain of regret is far worse than the pain of rejection. If you get rejected, good, on to the next one. And number 3, understand that it's a numbers game and your conversion rate, even if you're a donkey, is around 10%. Usually, depends on the kind of man you are. If like, let's say you're a fucking billionaire, extremely aesthetic, looks maxed, everything, your conversion rate is probably gonna be like what, 70%, 80%, or even the like top celebrities. Depends also on the woman you approach. If the woman you approach is a hag, your conversion rate is probably 90%. It's like the product you sell. If you sell a product for $1, you understand, right? Sales. But understand that your conversion rate is a thing. And this is a very autistic way to speak about sales and women and connect the analogy, but it is true. So adopt these 3 analogies and I promise you, your approach anxiety will plummet to the depths. Wish not for a lighter load, but for a stronger back. Boom.